Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Myself Khadija from the IoT Academy. Thank you for joining inaugural session of Advanced Certification Applied in Data Science, Machine Learning and IoT. Now I'm going to invite Mr. Kaushlen Singh Sisodia, IIT Kanpur alumnus, Director of Uniconverse Technology and Chief Mentor of the IoT Academy for thank note. Over to you, sir. Hello, Kaushlen sir, am I audible?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible? Yeah. Am
Yes,
I
yes,
audible?
sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So, good evening, everyone. Actually, I am out of city, and the location where I am right now, it is having some network issues. So, I have requested Mr. Apoor to share my PPT, and I have joined via mobile. So, there could be some connectivity issue from my side. So in case of any disruption, kindly excuse me. Uh, so let us start for today's session. So Apur, please share my screen. Okay. So this is my brief introduction. My name is Kaushlen Singh Sisodia. I am IIT Kanpur alumnus, having 22 plus years industry experience. And right now I am working as a director at Uniconverse Technologies Private Limited. And other than Uniconverge, I am also acting as chief mentor for the IoT Academy for skill development and training. I am co-founder of UCT Consulting, UCT Robotics, and UCT and Upskill Campus, basically. And before before this entrepreneurship journey, I have worked with Ericsson AB in Sweden for more than 7 years. ST Microelectronics, Ubinetics, and Sasken Communication. So this is my professional journey. Next slide, please, Apoor. So if we talk about ENICT Academy at IIT Guwahati, so this is a joint collaboration or effort by IIT Guwahati and Ministry of that is MIT, so Ministry of Telecom and Communication Technology. So this is a joint effort to upskill the young generation in India. So that is the major mandate. And since there is a huge academic or there is a gap between the academic approach and the need of industries. So how to fill that gap? That is also mandate of this organization, ENIC Academy at IIT Guwahati. And other than students, it is also mandated to upskill the faculties, since faculties in private colleges or the tier 2 tier 3 cities, those are not upskilled. They don't know the latest technology. They are still going through the old syllabus. So how they can know what exactly is happening in the industries and they can relate their syllabus or whatever they are teaching with the latest trends in the industry. So that is also one mandate of ENICT IIT Academy at IIT Guwahati. Next slide, please. And so I would like to congratulate congratulate each of you to be enrolled in this 9-month course by IIT Guwahati and IoT Academy. And since the thing that we would be studying or we would be experimenting in next 9 months, it would be uh, it would be around the data. And data, you know that this is a very like great saying by many people that data is the new oil, and it would be like drive the next technologies or the future technologies or whatever activity we would be doing in future, that would be driven around the data, or it would be driven by data. And it would trigger the fourth industrial revolution. That is also one great saying. So fourth industrial revolution, when we say, it is already three industrial revolution has happened. Now we are in the phase of fourth industrial revolution. So what was the first industrial revolution? That was the time when mechanical engines were introduced. So after getting the mechanical engine, like the life became very fast. Okay, the second industrial revolution happened when electricity was introduced or it was invented. So after getting the electricity, the production process or the way we were living, that also changed. And the third industrial revolution happened when electronics was invented, and when we were started having the production through some automation by like we can say it was PLC SCADA was introduced, and many other things were introduced. So that was the third industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution, when we have the traditional way of production and like operational technology as well as IT, the information technology, they come together, or we can say this, we have everything in the cyber physical system bringing together. So that is the fourth industrial revolution, or we also call it digital transformation. So there are multiple names for this thing. So so now all the technology, whatever we are listening, those are converging. One single technology cannot survive standalone. Like if we say the data science or the machine learning can alone survive, that is not possible. It has to be successful in combination with IoT. IoT is there, then this will be successful. Or then cloud computing should also be there. Big data should also be there. Then only this machine learning will survive. Because first of all, we have to get the data. We have to get the sources of data, and then we need some like storage mechanism, proper storage mechanism by cloud computing or big data, so that we can organize our data. And once data is collected, then we can run the machine learning algorithms to get the business intelligence. So machine learning or any technology that cannot survive in silos, or by staying in silos or staying in standalone mode. Next slide, please. So when we talk about from where data come from, that is driven by IoT. So here all the technology we have listed, and we are showing that how data is driving or it is related to each technology. So when we say from where data is coming, that is driven by IoT. So here again you see data is there. How data is communicated from source to destination, that is through networking or communication technology. So if we talk about 3G, 4G, 5G, now people are talking about 6G also. So that is for communicating the data. Then how and where data is managed, that is cloud computing and big data. What to do with data, that is data science and machine learning. So you people would be like working majorly on this part, data science, machine learning, and the first one, that is IoT. So this would be prime focus for during this course. And the last one is how to secure data, that is driven by cyber security. So by this slide, we want to show that all the technologies are around the data, and whatever we are doing, that is somehow related to data. So data is new oil that you also have to learn now. Okay, so next slide, please. Now we come to tell about uniconverse technologies. So here in my introduction, I have told you multiple company name, like one is uniconverse technology, then we talked about IoT Academy. Upskill campus is also Upskill is also one of them. So okay, it is, I think, changing by itself. So right, Uniconverse technology is working in digital transformation, and we started in digital transformation from 2016. And in the next slide, in 2017, we had started IoT Academy to upskill the people. Once we were seeing, when we were making the products and the Uniconverse technology, we were finding that the students or the people we require, or the employees we require, that were not rightly skilled. So we thought we should like upskill them in the latest technology. That's how the IoT Academy was introduced. Next slide. And in the IoT Academy is having collaboration with multiple premium institute like ELIC, IIT Guwahati, IIT Roorkee, IIT Kanpur, ASTU University, RFRF Sushant, and IIT Jodhpur. And there are many other universities also along which we are working together. Then we have UCT staffing and recruitment. So this is one of the divisions that we have started in 2019. So here we are providing IT resources to Indian MNCs as well as European and the other countries MNCs. So we have a one office, or one collaborating company in Sweden, that is VIT Global, along with whom we are like supplying the IT resources to Europe and in India. So you people once you get some relevant experience, you would also get a chance if you will to or wish to work abroad. So we can help you in getting place in abroad as well. So we have that kind of mechanism in place. We can process your visa, everything, and the staying, initial accommodation, all the paperwork, everything we do for the people who are placed in abroad. Okay, next slide. Then we have UCT Robotics that we started in 2021. It is e-commerce portal where we have listed all our IoT products. Since Uniconverse Technology is a product company that is working digital transformation related to industrial IoT, so we have listed all kind of the hardware kits on UCT Robotics. So the main customers are for this website. The students also visit. There are some training kits are also available so that the students can learn about IoT. So if you get time, you can also go and visit this website. And this website is meant for the system integrators or the industries who are our customer. They also come on this website and they can directly buy by doing the online purchase that is available. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the interface of UCT Robotics. You can see, and we have listed many boards components. Next slide. Then we have upskill campus that we started in 2022. So IoT Academy is meant for long-term courses like 6 months or 9 months. Okay, but some of the college going students who are who wants to or even the working professional who wants to understand that, okay, they are listening multiple new technology, but what exactly is that technology? Is it relevant for them or not? So very small technology awareness videos and other things are provided by upskill campus. So we have stored small self-paced courses on this portal, and along with the self-paced courses, we are providing lot of additional services like salary projector is one of them, and then job portal is one of them. We give one-to-one mentoring for the job preparation, CV preparation, mock interviews, so lot of things so that the students can be fully prepared for getting a good job in MNC. So that kind of support is provided by the upskill campus. Next slide. So this is the interface. Okay. So this is the brief about Uniconverse technologies, and we are working very hard, and we are satisfying to trying to satisfy our customer. Either it is the industrial customers or the educational domain, the students or the learners. We are like fully with full honesty. We are trying to serve, and we were committed to serve them with the best quality. So that is the thing. Next. So now we discuss something is wrong with this. Can you go to the next page? Okay. So I think there is some repetition. Can you go to the next page? Probably this is already done. Okay. So this is the course that you have enrolled. So here in data science machine learning case, if we talk about the use cases that we have for this skill set, that is in IT and education, healthcare and e-commerce, pharmaceutical and energy, media and entertainment, retail and CPG. So we have listed some of the domains where you have we have applications of data science machine learning. So nowadays, whatever like sector you talk about, everybody is generating data, and they really want that somebody should come and tell them what exactly this data mean, how they can maximize the profitability with the processing after processing this data, or they can reduce the unnecessary wastage. So that is also one of the thing. Next slide. So these are the some other industries where we do automotive industry, education, banking, entertainment, healthcare, manufacturing, financial sector, production, and retail. So some of the previous batches, some people were asking that they were not from the engineering background. So or they are from the medical background. Some of the batches we have enrolled the doctors also. So they had a question that since they don't have mathematical background, is it this course is relevant for them or not? So this is our answer or not our only our answer. It is universal answer that once you have data, and whatever sector you are medical sector, from the medical sector also, you when you are generating the patient data, you need a better way of getting the intelligence out of this. So sometimes we listen that some person was admitted in hospital, and there were multiple organs failure, and due to which he could not be survived. So when we say the multiple organ failure, it means we have to track, or we have to get data from all the organs. There are some cases I had to visit hospitals for when my close relative was also admitted, and they were in ICU. They were doctor was monitoring all the parameters were displayed on the screen, it is related to ECG or blood pressure or whatever things they were displaying everything, but they were not knowing what to do. It was getting displayed, but something is oxygen level is going down or that is going down. So lot of things are continuously displayed, but they are not able to make the right decision at the right time, and ultimately they after spending lot many days in the hospital. They came to us that your patient is having multiple organ failure. We are helpless. So like in this case, medical case, this is the very serious situation. We can still have learning algorithms implemented. We like process all the organs data together and try to make the better intelligence or better inferences that what exactly is happening, what can be done. So once the multiple organ failure happens, it becomes out of the human capacity. That time we should use the technologies, and technology can like give you better management or better decision making. So that's how the machine learning, that is the beauty of machine learning, data science, that how we should utilize them. Otherwise, like inferencing, like getting the inferences is not a big thing. If you have some data on the Excel, you can also find out. Once the data becomes in abundance, it becomes out of the human reach or human calculation, then we have to start using the machine learning. It can do better predictions. So this is basically we have 9 month course, uh, and we provide like one-to-one mentoring in this case, in this course. And this course is applied data science machine learning with IoT. We have introduced IoT part also in this course, so that students can learn that how the data is being generated through IoT. So, and this is the demand of by many industries. Uh, we don't want the students know about only about the IT data. They should also know how to process the OT data, operational data. So when IT or OT data comes together, it becomes IoT, and the IoT data have we start using for inferencing for machine learning purpose. That gives a additional value to all of you or to the people who are learning this technology. Seeing the mandate from the government, they are also like starting many ventures in manufacturing sector. So once manufacturing sector is also boomed in India, this kind of skill set, the people who know IoT along with the data science machine learning, those would be preferred. Next slide, please. And this is the certificate that you would be getting after completion of the course. It would be having PI signature from ENICT IIT Guwahati, and from IoT Academy Unique Converse Technology. You will also get one signature. Yeah, and in this course you would be the skills that would be covered: statistical thinking, data analysis and visualization. So data analysis and visualization, if you know this part only, you can start applying for the job. But please use each and every like we have divided the complete course in multiple milestones. So each milestone is very important. So we start with data science, or first we start with the mathematics, then we go to the data science, then we go to machine learning part, then deep learning part, and then IoT. So every milestone is very, very important. Once you achieve one milestone, you can start applying jobs for the respective sector. See, at least not job, you can apply for the internship, because this is very competitive domain. Many people are coming in this domain. So here you have to prove that you have really a good practical knowledge. So as soon as you complete some milestone, please applying for the internship, so that you can you can get a proper exposure to the industrial project. Once you complete this exercise throughout nine months, definitely after completing the 9 months, you will easily get the job. But if you like don't attend any internship, then you have to first complete the internship after 9 months, and then you will apply for the job. Here, due to competition, every company wants experienced person who has proper exposure to the industrial projects. So that is very necessary, that if you want good job, please like please perform or do some industrial projects through internship or something else. We people like Uniconverse Technology will also help you all the way to get internship either in Uniconverse Technology or to its own clients. But this is your responsibility also to put efforts from your side. Then only we can we can make sure that you will get the best career path. Okay, so here Python and other things would also be covered. Python, Tableau, Beko, and Matplotlib, Pandas, Jupyter, MySQL, NLTK, NumPy, PyTorch, and then TensorFlow, OpenCV, Edge Impulse, Amazon SageMaker. So all these things would be covered during the course. So there are multiple tools, languages, and the frameworks. And this is the journey that you will follow. As I mentioned, you will start with Python with ML, maths with applied statistics. Then we will move to machine learning, deep learning with NLP, machine learning and IoT. After completion of this machine learning with IoT, it would be like 8 months or 8.5 months. Then we will start with the career services and capstone presentation. And once you complete the project, you will be getting the certificate, and we can start uh, like uh, you can start cooperating with the placement team. Even we need not to wait till 9 months. Placement team would be, or the student engagement team would be helping you throughout 9 months. They would be keep on interacting with all of you. And one more thing that is very, very important, please attend all the classes. If you miss even a single class, next time you will next class if you will attend, you will miss the context of the previous class. And every class is very important. If you miss one class, next class you will not understand properly. So attendance is very, very important. uh, in like a very extreme case, if you by any compulsion you are not able to attend the class, please go through the recording of that class. And if you have any question, please write to us. Uh, we will reply you back in case of any query. If you are not understanding some point, we can have a one-to-one session with you. But before the next class commences, you have to be prepared for the missing class, so that the gap that you created, that is filled already before attending the next class. Again, if you miss any class, you will lose the interest, and it is 9 months journey. Once you lose the interest, you will not be able to complete the course unnecessarily. And we don't want this kind of situation. We are investing a lot of time, you are investing your money, your time. So everybody should be in the best condition. If you learn the best, and we people are also putting a lot of efforts, you learn the best, you get the best career path. That is the ultimate objective to all of us, and that is the best success to you and for us. Okay. And these are some projects that you would be performing. There could be some changes in the project also that you will go through. So there are a lot of things related to image segmentation, data extraction, or data processing, visualization. Lot of things we would be doing. Something like in IoT also, we would be checking the how data is taken to the cloud, how we run the analytics over there, what is the edge computing, how we can bring the intelligence at the edge side. That also we would be exploring. Next slide. Uh, yeah, so these are some of our alumni that have been placed by us. They are working in many MNCs. Okay, next one. And as we discussed, we would be providing career-oriented webinars to you, leadership skills development session, one-to-one career mentoring session, exhaustive interview preparation. We would be like bringing some people from industries. They would be telling you that how to prepare for the interviews. Okay, so and even internally also we have some people who can help you to prepare the interviews. Then job search and assistance, we have our own job portal where you can check that what are the companies that are looking for the freshers or the experienced people, and you can apply over there. And if you need any assistance, you can contact us anytime. Next slide. And these are the top recruiters if we talk about in data science machine learning domain. So moreover, all the companies are like recruiting the people. So like KPMG, IBM, Wipro, Accenture, Genpact, Oracle, Honeywell, all these companies are like hiring for the data science machine learning people. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to share from my side. Okay, and any question from all of you? I'm ready to take the questions, and if there is, uh, yeah, you people can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions.
I think, hey, hi, Kushan, Ashok here. I just want to know about more on. I think you said about internship, right? I think that was not clear to me because like person who is working, how they can enroll for the internship. Can you be elaborate that part of an internship?
Yeah, hi Ashok. So I think Kaushal sir are on mute. So regarding the internship part, right? So see, there are two things. One, who are the I think Kaushal sir are back. Yeah, Kaushal sir, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah. I think Arihant, I think you can continue. Just let me tell. So we have like this kind of situation. We already have like a lot of working professionals are with us, and they are facing the similar thing. But we have options to do part-time internship. Uniconverse itself can help you in that, and even we have some clients who give the online internship. So you can devote some of the daily time to like give time for that kind of the work that they are providing. So this is that's how like people are doing. So this is doable, uh, but you have to like you have to be sincere. You have to give dedicated time every day, maybe 2 hours per day. If you give that kind of time, that should also be sufficient. Arihant, you wanted to say something? Please add.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, Ashok, regarding the internship part, see, there are two things. One, who are pursuing this course as a fresher or with a 2 to 3 years of experience, right? And second, who are the experienced professionals, right? Who have like 7 years of experience, 10 years of experience, right? So there are these two categories. If I talk about the freshers, right? So if I talk about the internship, right? So here you are not getting any money, right? So here you'll be getting the minimal stipend only, right? So if I talk about the internship, so why we do the internship? So that we can get the exposure, right? Whatever we have learned in the course, that we can apply in the real-time projects, right? So this is the objective of the internship. Now, why it is important for the freshers? First thing, this is important for the freshers because if any company is hiring to the freshers, right? So they want to see like what exactly are the projects on which the person has worked, right? What exactly is the level of expertise which he has in the projects, right? So that is why internship is important for the freshers and with the 2 to 3 years of experience, right? So this is the first part. Now, coming to the second part, those who are the professionals, right? So who already have 7 years of experience, 10 years of experience, right? Now, obviously, they cannot leave their job of 10 LPA, 15 LPA to go into the internship. So what they can do, if they have a job from Monday to Friday, they can go for the weekend internship, right? So on Saturday, Sunday, they can work on the internship, right? And Monday to Friday, they can keep up their regular job, right? And secondly, when they're going for the job switch, right? So firstly, the internship will help them, and secondly, they have to tweak their resumes also, right? For example, if you are working in the sales department as of now, and you want to switch into the data science field, so obviously the company will be asking you, okay, you are in the sales department, right? So now you are coming into this profile data science. So obviously you are a fresher for me. So why should I give you the hike on your current package, right? You will be treated as a fresher. So in that case, you have to play little bit smartly, right? You have to tweak your resume. You have to showcase that yes, I was working in the sales department, but there I was doing the analytics part, right? So in that, we will be helping you like how you can tweak your resume, right? How you can showcase like you were doing the analytics in your sales department, right? How you were applying the Tableau, Power BI, SQL skills over there, the Excel skills over there for the analytics part, Ashok, right? So with this, you can switch your profile into the current domain, into the data science also, and with the hike on the current package also, Ashok.
I mean that makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying that one, but I mean, is like the IoT Academy will be helping in it. Suppose I have 5 year experience, like more than 5 year experience. If I mean, I also wants to have some hands-on experience, right? So in that case, if I approach that IoT Academy will be kind of like helping. I mean, when I say internship, I think it will be like more like to get involved in the projects, right?
Correct. So in that case, the IoT has a team for interns also, right? So where they will be giving you the projects, right? So where you'll be working as an independent as an independent role also, and in a team also, right? So that is the option you have. So they will be giving you like 6 weeks of project time, and you have to complete that, right? So in case you get stuck anywhere, obviously the mentorship will be given to you, right? So all these things will be given to you, Ashok, right? If you get technically stuck anywhere, right? So they will be giving you the list of projects, right? So out of those list of projects, you have to choose any project. You have to tell the IoT that yes, I'm taking this project, and all those projects will be from different domains, right? For example, one from the machine learning, one from the deep learning, one from the NLP, one from the time series, right? So you can choose any topic, right, of your choice, and you have to submit that in a stipulated time, right? For example, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever the project timeline will be, and that will be an industry standard project, Ashok. This is what your
Thank.
question was, right?
Yes, thanks. Yeah,
That
I
was
think
this.
it
Yeah.
got clear.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thanks, Arihant. Any other question from any participant?
So I have one question. So the projects sir was showing, so they are showing, and the internship both are different, right?
Yeah, those,
Rama. Sorry, can I take this question, sir?
yeah, sure, Arihant, you can
So,
continue.
Rama, firstly, I'll give you my introduction, right? So, I'm a trainer here, right? So, I'll give you my brief introduction also, right? So, my name is Arihant Jain, and I have overall 10 to 12 years of total experience, right? So, I have worked in multiple companies, which includes your American Express, right? And this Wells Fargo, right? And this TCS, right? So, in these companies, I have mainly worked on this analytics part only, right? So, as a freelancing, I'm giving the trainings here on the weekends, right? So this is my brief background, right? And I have worked on multiple projects, right? Which includes your banking projects, right? If I talk about banking projects, so I have worked on the banking projects also. I have worked on the airlines projects, and I have worked on the insurance projects, right? So I will be basically helping you in relating what exactly the industries are demanding and how you can relate those things with the with this thing, right? The theoretical part, right? So whatever Jupyter notebooks, whatever the projects will be doing in the class, right? So those will be the actually the real-time projects which you will be seeing in the real time also, right? For example, in my previous batch, so some of my students got placed in good companies, and what they are doing, they are exactly replicating the same notebooks what we have discussed in the class, right? For example, how to do the data cleaning, right? So they are exactly replicating those codes into this, right? So I have personally taken the feedback, right? And this is the feedback which I have received from them, that like whatever projects we are doing, right, exactly the same thing we are doing over there also, right? So this is the advantage you will get, right, when you'll be learning from the trainers who are the industry experts, right? This is the first thing. And second thing is coming to your question, right, the projects part. So there are different type of projects which will be giving you, right? For example, today we have covered one algorithm based on the machine learning, which is linear regression, right? So firstly, the approach will be, firstly, I'll be telling you the theoretical approach, right? Either I or any trainer, whosoever will the trainer will be, right? So we will be giving you the theoretical approach, right? Firstly, we'll explain you like how the this algorithm works internally. Then we will take one example in the Jupyter notebook, right? When I say Jupyter notebook, so this is a IDE on which we will be running the codes and we will be creating the applications, right? So in that, right, so we will be taking one real time problem, right? We will be creating the project. So that is something which we'll be doing in the class, right? So this includes your theoretical part plus practical part, right? This is what we have done in the class. Now as a homework, right, so the trainer will be giving you the mini projects, right? Every week you can assume like we will be giving one mini project starting from the third week onwards, right? So you have to complete that mini project in that 1 week of time, right? And what will be that mini project? That will be based on the topic what we have discussed the last week, right? So this will help you in understanding, in a better understanding of that particular topic, and this will give you the opportunity to work in that particular project also during that time, during that week's time, right? And once we complete one module, let's suppose we have completed the module one, which is machine learning. After that, you will be given one capstone project, right? So in this way, we'll be having 3 to 4 capstone projects also, which is given to you. Now this is the part of your curriculum, right? So classroom projects, then the mini projects which the trainer will be giving you every week, then the capstone project. After that, you will be enrolled into this internship program, right? So in this way, you can have at least 20 to 25 projects in this entire course. Whose question was this? Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, this is mine, Ramakrishna.
Rama. Yeah. So am I able to give you an answer, Rama?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this one. Okay.
Hi, this is Bhupendra. Actually, just a follow-up question. So this internship program will be after completion of 9 months or within that 9 months time?
It is depending upon your availability and your like how much you are confident to take the internship. So we would be providing you some of the internship opportunities from 6 months onward, or probably start sharing something 3 months onward also. But I think 3 months would be too early for you to start an internship. But from 3 months when we start sharing, you would get to know that these kind of work industries are expecting. So actively you can start applying after you complete the course of 6 months. So that way, like the right time is 6 months. Uh, and some people who are not able to like are confident enough to start after 6 months, then they have to start from 9 months. So 6 months is the 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 recommended time, but 9 months is the mandatory time after which you have to like take up 1 or 2 internships.
And it's a time bound. So within that time, we need to complete that internship program, correct?
Yeah, internship would be time bound, yeah, because it is from industries. They would be like giving you some part of their like industrial project, so they have to deliver it to somebody. So it would be time bound, definitely.
So it will be basically industrial training or some kind of online or something.
It could
Because
be
if
that
someone
it would
will,
be it would be some
yeah.
project that some industry is working, and they will give some part of that project to you. It is not a training, it is a work assignment kind of thing that you have to complete for that company. They would be giving, probably they would be, for example, they would be giving you some data set, and then you have to work on that data set, and the process that you would be learning in next 6 months. So that you have to apply data cleaning or inferencing or whatever uh, algorithms you have to apply, that kind of work you have to do. Arihant, you want to add something on this? Like
Yeah,
probably
sure.
since
Sure.
you have been yeah
Yes,
actively.
sir. See, Bhupender, in this case, what will happen? See, you will be given a list of 6 to 7 different projects, right? For example, first project is image classification, right? So you have to create a model, right? You have to create a model which will identify, for example, take a example of Tesla, right? What is Tesla? This is AI-driven car, right? So how it is able to identify whether I have to slow down my speed, I have to increase my speed based on the object detection. right? It will detect the it will detect the object, whether any truck is going in front of me or not, whether it is a pedestrian crossing or not, right? So we can give you the project something like this, right? Which is based on the image classification. Now, second project can be based on the NLP, right? For example, if I take the example of IPL data set, right? So in IPL, when you see the IPL match, right, on the bottom of your screen, you see some sentiment analysis, right? For example, the IPL match is going on between Delhi versus Mumbai, right? So how many people are in the favor of Delhi and how many people are in the favor of Mumbai, right? You see that kind of statistics on the screen, right? Now, how that statistics is coming based on the different platforms, right? The IPL team is consolidating the data from different platforms, right? For example, your OTT platforms, right? They do the NLP techniques on that, and based on that, they create the models, right? So this can be the second project, right? Now, the third project can be based on prediction, right? For example, you want to predict the score, right? So let's suppose India versus Pakistan match is going on. After 20 overs, what will be the score, right? So this is called as the score prediction. So this will be the list of projects which will be given to you, right? Another project can be based on the time series, right? For example, you have to create a project which will predict what will be the stock price, right? What will be the stock price or what will be the sales, right? So what you will be doing, you will be applying all the knowledge which you have gained in this course, right? Which includes how to import the data, how to clean the data, very important part, right? Then how to do the EDA, exploratory data analysis, right? When I say exploratory data analysis, which variables are important for me, which variables are not important for me, right? To which variable I should give more weightage, if there is any missing value or not, right? So data cleaning, data exploration, all these things. Then you will be doing the model building on that, right? After model building, you will be validating the model. When I say validating, whether your model is doing good or not, right? So this thing. After that, you will be deploying the model. So this is an end-to-end project life cycle which you have to do, right? Now, in this way, you will be given the different projects, right? So based on your choice, right? You can choose any project and you have to complete this thing, Bhupendra, right? So this is the first thing, right? And from the third month onwards, right? So see, if I talk about this course, right? So this course is divided into different modules. So first module is data analysis. So let me share my screen. So can I take 5 minutes, sir? Question, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. So,
Okay.
Aryan, if you are because I am outside and probably you can answer all the queries. So,
Sure, sir.
may I drop?
Yeah,
Can
sure,
I
Kaushal.
drop now?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it
Okay.
from there. Yeah,
So,
no.
so again, I would like to thank and congratulate each and everyone. And please be serious. Attend the classes regularly, and we people are there. Okay, to help you out. You can contact me. You can contact our engagement team. They would be continuously in touch with you to understand your problems you are facing either in operations like accessing the course, some material, or the submitting the assignment, quizzes. So anything you face, any problem, people are there to help you 24/7. That kind of support we can like guarantee to you. And technically, Rihant and like other trainers, they are very capable. They have they have been delivering and they have very good exposure to the industries. They understand the industries very well, that what kind of requirement. So the you would be in the class not only learning the technical thing, how to apply, and the different algorithms that you see in the real scenario, how the algorithm works behind that. That also you will get to learn. So I would say that if you are attending the class, really you will enjoy that, enjoy your time. So please don't miss the classes. Be serious, and we are there with you. So thanks everyone. I wish you all the best to attend the classes to your the time that you will spend with us. So thanks again. So I will drop now. Aryan, please continue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay. So I'll tell you the end-to-end approach, right? So what we are going to follow in this data science and this course. So hopefully this will clear all your doubts, right? See, firstly, we have to understand what is data science and why there is a buzz of data science all around the world, right? So why everyone is talking about the data science, right? So what exactly is data science? So if you talk about the medical background, they are also talking about the AI, ML, right? All these things. If I talk about data science, all these things fall under the data science only. If I talk about AI, ML, right? Machine learning, artificial intelligence, right? NLP, all these things fall under the data science, right? So if I talk about data science, right? So there are, one is AI, one is ML, one is DL, one is NLP, and one is time series, right? So these are the things which fall under the data science umbrella, right? If I talk about the AI, what is AI? AI is basically an artificial intelligence application, right? For example, if I talk about the Tesla car, right? Now, what is this? This is an AI driven car, right? Inside this, what is happening? The ML or DL algorithms are running, right? Now, ML, what is ML? ML is machine learning. What is DL? Deep learning. What is NLP? Natural language processing. And this is time series, right? So inside the Tesla, this is called as the AI driven car, right? Inside this, the ML algorithms and DL algorithms are running, right? So we are going to discuss the different algorithms of ML and the different things in the DL, right? For example, in DL, we have CNN, right? This is just an example that CNN. What is CNN? Which helps in the object detection, right? If you talk about the face recognition technique, right? Face recognition, right? So how it works based on the this thing, right? So these are the different algorithms which we'll be discussing in this program, right? If I talk about the NLP, what is NLP? Natural language processing. Whenever you are dealing with the languages, right, there you will be talking about this thing, right? For example, converting text to speech, speech to text. For example, Google Translator, right? You all might be using the Google Translator, right? What is this? What is Google Translator? If you write any sentence in English, it will convert into the Hindi or any other language, right? What is this? Internally, NLP is working, right? If I talk about the Alexa, right? What is Alexa, right? You say, Alexa, switch on the lights, switch off the lights, right? What is this? This is an AI application. You will call it as AI application, but inside this AI application, what is happening? NLP, right? Similarly, if I talk about the time series example, right? So stock price, right? You want to predict the stock, right? So for example, you have a great interest in the stock brokerages, right? Brokerages houses, you want to get the job inside the brokerage house, right? So for that, this is the entry point, right? You should be very comfortable in the time series, right? Because based on that, you will be building the models which will predict the stock price. What will be the stock price tomorrow or day after, right? If I talk about the weather prediction, right? If I talk about the weather prediction, what will be the weather tomorrow? What will be the weather day after, right? So for that, we will be using this time series. If you want to predict the sales, what will be the sales of your product next year? Or what will be the sales next month? For that, you'll be using this time series, right? So we will be using all these things under the data science, right? If I talk about the job opportunities into this, right? So there are multiple openings which come for the data science, right? For example, the designation will be analyst, data analyst, right? ML engineer, DL engineer, deep learning engineer, right? NLP engineer, consultant, right? And data scientist, right? Who is data scientist? Who is the subset of all this, right? Data scientist, right? He is called as the data scientist. Means under the data scientist, analyst also works, he also works, ML engineer also works, he also works, and he also works, right? For example, if any data scientist is there, right? So he can handle the work if this person is on leave or he has left the organization, so he can handle the work, right? But this person will not be able to handle the work which the analyst is doing, right? So our objective is to become the data scientist, right? So we will be covering all the topics under the data scientist, right? Whatever that we are covering, right? This thing. Now, if I talk about the job opportunities in the market, right? So these will be the different designations which will be given to you, right? Now, if I talk about the salary packages, right? So 2.5x, 2.5x.
So
Yes, Bhupendra.
project will be, this internship project will be involving all those data related, data analyst, ML or something. This will be involving all other subjects, right?
Correct,
I mean
correct.
to say,
And you have to
yes.
choose which one you want to choose. Correct, Bhupendra.
So we have to choose out of this only one project. This is what you are saying, and this will be involving only one ML related concept or DL concept or NLP concept. It will not be involving all other concepts. This is what you are saying.
See, some of the topics are interrelated here, right? For example, if I talk about the NLP, right? So in case of NLP, it is not the case like you will be using only NLP. It will be combination of NLP, ML, and DL. These three will be used if you are using the NLP, if you are using the NLP. But if you are talking about the ML, right? So it is independent. So here you don't have to use DL, here you don't have to use NLP. Getting a point? So some things are dependent on the other, but some are independent, right? For example, analysis. What is analysis? Simply analyzing the data, right? So either you are using ML, either you are using DL, or you are using NLP. So analysis will be used in all these three. Bhupendra, right? So for internship, you can choose any project, right? For the submission part, but for your self-practice, right? I strongly suggest go for all the projects, right? Same thing will happen for the capstone also, right? You will be given the list of 5 to 6 different projects, right? And you have to submit only one project. But what I strongly suggest, create all the 5 to 6 different projects, right? Do not go for one project. For the submission, it's okay that you can complete one project and submit, right? But for your practice, you have to complete all the 6 projects, Bhupendra.
Okay, good.
Okay. Now, I was coming about the salary part, right? So salary part is 2.5x, right? What is x here? Number of years of experience, right? So let's suppose if you have 5 years of experience, then this is the base package. Base package in the sense, this is what is expected, right? This should be at least package of you, right? This should be the package for you at least. Over this, whatever you can get, so that is your luck, right? That is your hard work. But this is the base package which anyone is expected, right? That he should earn at least this 2.5x, right? If you have experience of 10 years, so 10 into 2.5, which is 25 LPA, right? So this is the bare minimum package which you should have. Over and above this, whatever you are getting, that is your luck, right? And in this, right, as of now, I'll be showing you a Naukri portal also where you will be doing the job hunting after this course, right? So there I'll be showing you that companies are giving more than 2.5, right? More than, right? They are giving 3 plus also. 3 plus in the sense into 3 times plus, right? So there I'll be showing you that thing also, right? So what I suggest to my batches, let's start applying for the jobs after 3 months itself, right? Because in the first 3 months, we will be completing the syllabus of analyst and data analyst, right? For analyst and data analyst, we will be completing the syllabus in the first 3 months, right? Which includes your Python basics, right? Your different libraries of Python, your Tableau, Power BI, SQL, right? And your EDA part, right? Your statistics, right? All these will be covered in the first 3 months, right? I strongly suggest start applying for the jobs, right? Start giving the interviews. Even if you do not want to join the company, still start giving the interviews, right? So that will give you the confidence, like how much you have gained the knowledge, right? And I have seen in my batch, right? So before the completion of this course, right? In the 5th month, in the 6th month, students are getting placed, right? Students are getting placed, right? They are completing the internship and they are getting placed in the companies, right? Even in the 5th month and 6th month, this is a 9 month of course. And in the 5th month, 6th month, right? So they are getting the jobs, right? So this thing, right? Now, there are some common questions, right? Which comes into the mind whenever we are doing this course, right? So let me open the list of those common questions.
Rihant, I have just 2 questions. One is on Python side, and one is on platform side. I mean, like platform side. When I say is like, do I have? I need to have a good laptop, and can you mean, or is it like there will be cloud where I can log in and run my scripts or tests something? Can you? Did you
Yeah.
get my question, or you?
Yeah, I got it. Basically, you are talking about the specifications of the laptop, right? In case you are purchasing any laptop or you want to see the compatibility of
Yeah,
the
I mean, I don't think I will be having a cloud access to run these, right? I don't think. Is it like any
This is not
machines
required.
will?
This is not required. See, I'll tell you, 8 GB of RAM is expected, right? Even if you have 4 GB, then it is not the case, it will not run. But it is the case, if you have 4 GB of RAM, then it will take longer time to run, right? If any program needs only 5 seconds to run, right? Or 15 seconds to run in 8 GB of RAM, right? Then it will take approximately 1 minute to run in the 4 GB of machine, right? So this is the problem between 4 GB and 8 GB. In case your machine is 4 GB, the programs will run, but it will take longer time, way longer time, right? So it will be very difficult for you to have the patience, because you'll be doing multiple experiments also, right? And every time you have to wait 1 minute, right? Which you can complete in 15 seconds, this thing, right? And after that, nowadays SSDs are coming, right? So if you have SSD, well and good. Otherwise, if you have hard disk, then 1 terabyte of hard disk, 1 TB of hard disk, right? Of SSD, either you can take 256 or 512, both will work, right? GPU is not required, right? Even though if I talk about the deep learning, right? So there we would be needing the GPU, right? Since GPU is costly, so if at this point of time you do not have GPU, it's perfectly fine. So for that, we will be using the Google Colab. Google Colab, right? So this is a free ID, right? So on which we will be running, right? So this is a platform which is given to us by the Google, and here we have the option of CPU also and the GPU also, right? Now I'll tell you the difference between CPU and GPU also. So CPU is basically in which what is there in your machine, right? So if let's suppose there is a program which is taking, and GPU is 10 times faster than the CPU, right? Let's suppose there is a program which is taking 5 minutes to run in CPU, right? It will take approximately 1 minute to run on the GPU, right? The speed becomes fast. Now, why I'm saying this is required in your deep learning, because in deep learning, we will be working on the images data set, and those images will be 5 GB, 6 GB, 10 GB of data, right? So in that case, your CPU might not be too much sufficient for this, right? So what I mean to say, if you're planning to purchase the laptop, go for the 8 GB RAM, at least 8 GB of RAM. Over this, if you have the budget, then go for it. Otherwise, 8 GB of RAM. And if you are going for the hard disk, 1 terabyte, otherwise the new versions which are coming in the laptop, they are coming with the SSD, right? So either go with the 256 or 512. If you have the budget, go with the 512. This basically tells you the speed. More the SSD, more will be the speed, right? More the process will be faster. 256 is also fine, right? If there is budget constraint. Now the question comes whether I should go for the Windows or whether I should go for the Mac, right? Whether I should go for the Windows or whether I should go for the Apple machines, right? So in Apple machines, your Power BI will not work, right? Power BI will not work in your Mac machines, right? In Windows, there is no such constraint, right? Personally, I like the Windows, right? Because there is no such constraint as related to this thing, right? Power BI or any other stuff, right? But in Mac machines, Power BI is the first thing, right? And secondly, your MySQL installer will not work in the Mac machine, right? But there is no such constraint in the Windows machine, right? So if you're purchasing the laptop, then keep these things in mind. Ashok?
Yeah, sure. I mean, okay, yeah, I actually I know about Google Colab, but I thought, okay, so I mean, from IoT side, there is no platform where we can log in and just run number of programs or something, right?
Online platform. So if you
No,
want
when I
to
say on platform, it's just machine learning on the cloud. I mean to say. Just
no, I don't think so, Ashok. But still, you need to check with the management. But I don't think so. We have any such platform,
okay.
Ashok.
Okay, sure.
Right. So this thing.
And more like Python, I think you said we will be covering the basics, and then, but
Correct.
but I mean, like Python is the most important thing, I think, which is used in the machine learning. I think, right? That's only my experience there. But I mean, still, so do you will be providing any reference for that one, or some just like how we can be more proficient in
Okay.
that
See, I'll tell
Python?
you. I'll tell you. If I talk about the Python, right? So there are two streams which come under the Python, right? One is development or developers, right? When I say developers, who build the applications, right? For example, I want to run this website, right? I want to create a website. So for that, I would be needing the Python, right? So we do not want to go into the development profile, right? We are not the developers. We are data scientists, right? Our job is to play with the data, right? So another comes related to the analyst, right? Analytics, or we can say analytics. So for analytics, we should know the Python basics. When I say Python basics, what are the different variables in the Python, right? What are the different this thing, what we call
I think DS data structure.
right, correct, right? What are the different this thing, right? So list, tuple, dictionary, all these things, right? And how to create the logics, right? How to create the logics. This is very important, right? How to run the for loop, right? How to iterate through the objects, right? These things. And then the important part is libraries, right? So we will be utilizing the libraries part of the Python, right? For example, NumPy, Pandas, right? So everything is there in the NumPy, Pandas, right? Cbond, right? So what are these libraries? Simply, we will be calling these libraries and we will be using the functions which are available in these libraries, right? And we will be doing our job, right? So we are not the ones who are going to create the 1,000 lines of code like the developers do, right? So our job is not to create the application, the web application, right? Our job is to do the analytics part, Ashok, right? So for that, the Python basics, whatever Python basics is required, so that we will be covering, right? Whatever the logics building is required, that we will be covering, right? Whatever libraries would be required, that we will be covering, right? So whatever is required into this. So once your basics are clear, right, then obviously if you want to go into the development profile, then you can go, right? So there is no harm. But I do not really want to go into the development profile. The reason is because if you compare the packages of developer as compared to this, right, firstly, the competition is very high, right? Because earlier I was in Java profile only, I'll tell you. So into the Java development profile in the initial 2 years, right? So I do not see any package growth in terms of this, right? The same case is with the Python also, right? So there is not high growth in this. So today's world is of the analytics. So I would suggest go for this. Ashok.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got. I mean, why I asked this question is to how much emphasis I should give to the Python. So I think.
Correct.
I mean, so that's what the reason I asked this question.
Correct. Right. So mainly you have to focus on the libraries part and the list, tuple, dictionary, right? So whatever we are going to discuss that part, right? Whatever we are covering in the class, so that will be more than sufficient, right? Over and above, you want to cover, so definitely you can cover from the internet, and the different books will be given to you, libraries will be given to you. So libraries in the sense books library, right? So you'll be given the access to that. So from there you can learn, but whatever we'll be covering, right? So we'll be covering that part which is required in the industry, right? So that part. Okay, now coming to the questions part, right? So these are some common questions which I have seen in the previous batches also which come. So will I be able to make the transition if I'm from a non-technical background, right? So this is a very common question. Now, the answer for this is definitely you can make the transition, right? Because if I say, right, so we get the students from medical background also, right? We have the students from UPSC background also, right? When I say UPSC, they are the UPSC aspirants, right? So they are preparing for 3 years, 4 years, right? So now they want to make their career into this IT field, right? So they are also doing this, right? Students from non-medical, obviously they are eligible students, right? So students from commerce background, right? Everyone is doing this, right? Now I'll tell you why it is important from medical, why it is important from commerce, why it is important for this, right? If I talk about the medical line, right? For example, you want to test a new drug, right? When I say new drug, right? Let's suppose there is a replica came for paracetamol, right? There is a competitor came for paracetamol in the market, right? You want to analyze whether that is equally effective or not. For that, you will be using this inferential statistics. For that, you will be using this hypothesis testing. And for that, we will be using this. I mean, that topic will be covered into this course, right? If you want to see how many patients will come on daily basis, right? You want to predict the number of patients. So for that, you will be using this machine learning. For that, you'll be using this time series forecasting, right? So in this way, you will be using it in the medical line. If I talk about the commerce line, right? Commerce line. So again, it is used in the commerce line, right? So for example, you want to predict the sales, right? What will be the sales? What will be the quarter to quarter sales increase? What will be the stock prices, right? So all these things come under this, right? So we'll be discussing about that. If I talk about the airlines domain, right? So you might have seen the prices got fluctuate, right? Whenever you are booking any flight, right? So the prices get fluctuate. In the morning, the price is something. In the evening, the price is something, right? So in this way, that will help, right? So what I mean to say, the data science is everywhere, whether this or this, right? So anyone can do this. The only thing is that students who are coming from the technical background, right? So when I say technical background, so who have learned any one technical language, whether it is C, C++, Java, right? Or any other, for example, .NET, right? Or any other language, technical language. So these students are known as the technical students, right? From technical backgrounds, because they know how to interact with the machines. And these are the languages using which they interact with the machine, right? So obviously they will be finding it a little bit easy because they already have learned C. They already have learned C++. They know how to code, right? Those who are coming from the non-technical, when I say non-technical, right? For example, medical line, right? Because they have not learned what is C, C++, right? Those who are from arts line, those who are from commerce line, they have not learned these languages. So initially, right, 1 to 2 months, they may face problem in understanding the logics, in creating the logics, right? So my suggestion would be to both, right? To this and to this. Spend 2 hours per day on daily basis, right? And definitely you'll be getting the fruitful results out of this course, right? So what the students do in the previous batches I have seen, right? So initially 15 days, 20 days, they give the 2 hours per day, right? But slowly and steadily, they start losing the interest, right? And this is where the problem arises, right? So be consistent for the next 6 months. I'm saying 6 months, not 9 months. I'm saying 6 months. The reason is because you will definitely get the job in the 6 months itself if you are consistent in this 2 hours per day, right? So be consistent in 2 hours per day, right? And definitely you'll get best out of it, right? And what you have to revise, whatever we are discussing in the class, right? We'll be giving you the mini projects. We will be referring some good websites also. We will be referring some good channels also, right? So refer all those things and study this, right? And come up with the doubts with your mentors. So mentors will be also given to you. If you have any doubt, go to the mentors and ask the doubts to them, right? So this is how you have to do the thing, right? The thing is consistency. We need the consistency, right? And this is where most of the students struggle, right? For example, they have got the family problems, right? They have got the office problems, right? So these kind of problems which come to most of the students, right? So this is what you don't have to see. Question number 2, is there a sufficient number of jobs available in market for data science, right? Now I'll show you the job situation in this, right? So for that, what you have to do, go to this thing and simply go to the Naukri portal, right? So this is the job portal on which you'll be searching for the jobs, right? Now let's suppose I want to search for data scientist, right? Now I'll show you the packages also, and I'll show you the job opportunities also in this, right? So see, if I talk about 5 to 10 years, right? So they are giving 7 to 14, right? So maximum people have not disclosed. So let me add the filter. Right now, see, this headhunter is the company, right, who is hiring the data scientist with 4 to 9 years of experience, and they are giving 15 to 30, right, which is more than 3 plus, right? More than 3 plus, more than 3 times, right? Similarly, 2 to 7 years of experience, right? They are looking for data scientist, and again, more than 2 plus, right? So in this way, you can do your homework also, right? For example, 7 to 12 years, they are looking for 14 to 24 LPA, right? And in this way, you can search for this thing also, right? So similarly, you can search for your freshers also, those who are the freshers, right? So 0 to 2 years, right? So a lot many jobs are available, right? Data scientist, right? 2 to 7 years, 2 to 7 years, right? So there are a lot many jobs for Adidas, right? So these good companies, right? See, 2 to 6 years, they are giving 10 to 20 LPA, right? So which is more than 3 plus. Now, if I talk about the technologies, what they are asking for, right? Let's open this one, right? So they are asking for experience in this, right? Experience in SQL, we'll be covering this. Python will be covering this, right? And data cleaning, this, right? We'll be covering this. Should be experience in predictive analytics. We will be covering this. Retention, churn prediction. We have a live project in this, right? We'll be covering this project in the class, right? Underlying algorithms, right? So what all are the algorithms? So we are going to cover all these things, right? So that means you are eligible to apply for this job, right? Those who are 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience, right? They can apply for this job. Similarly, if I open any other job, right? So let's suppose data scientist, right? So I'm just making you aware what exactly the companies are looking and what we are going to cover in this. Now see, undertaking data collection, pre-processing. What is pre-processing? Data cleaning, right? Analysis, building the models, right? We are going to build the models only based on the ML, TL, right? Presenting information using data visualization techniques, right? For that, we'll be using the Tableau, Power BI, or we have the libraries in Python also, for which we can use this, right? Identify valuable and data sources, right? So these are the things which we are going to cover in this course, right? Build the predictive models, machine learning algorithms, right? So in this way, right? So this was the second question. So yes, there is sufficient jobs available. Will I be able to make the transition if I'm experienced person, right? So for example, if you are 5 years of experienced person, right? So definitely this question will come in your mind. I'm into this background, right? Let's suppose you are in the sales department, right? So how will I be able to make the transition? Then you have to tweak your resume, right? You have to showcase that these out of this 5 years, the 3 years of experience you have into the analytics, right? And for that, we will be helping you, right? What you have to do, whatever topics we are covering in the class, you have to relate those topics with your current job, right? You have to showcase that I was building the dashboards in the Tableau. I was building the dashboard in the Excel. I was doing the analysis in the Excel, right? In this way, right? So the only thing is you will be having the theoretical knowledge, you will be having the practical knowledge, but you do not have the real-time experience which the companies are doing, right? So in this way, you have to tweak the things over there, right? And you can get the package hike on your current package, right? I have seen in my batch, one student who was 10 years of experience, right? He got the manager role in the data science role, manager role in the data science profile, right? This thing. Question number 4, how am I supposed to prepare my profile? I'll come to you, Deepti, just a second. So how am I supposed to prepare my profile if I'm from non-technical background? So what you have to do, again, you have to do this thing only, right? So try to see how you can utilize these skills, right? Let's suppose if machine learning is not there in your company. So simply you can apply Tableau, data visualization, right? So data analytics is used everywhere, right? Whether you are analyzing the trend, whether you are doing this thing, right? In Excel also we can do these things, right? In this way you can say, right? Is it necessary to know all the topics of data science for the transition? What are all the topics? These are the topics of data science, right? AI, ML, DL, NLP, time series, right? Apart from that, also we have some topics, for example, cloud computing. So that is also covered in this course, right? So, but that will be taken by the separate trainer, right? So apart from this, you have the deployment, how you will be deployed, right? So all these follow under the data science, right? Now, it is not the case like you should be knowing all the things to switch into the data science profile. You can, if you only know that analyst and data analyst thing, right? Which includes your Python, Tableau, Power BI, SQL, statistics, right? Statistics and EDA. Only this part. If you know only this part, then also you can switch into the data science, right? Because for this analyst and data analyst, you should know only these things. If you are going into the machine learning, then you should know the machine learning algorithms. If you are going into the deep learning, then you should go for the deep learning, right? So, but make a focus towards the data scientist. Try to learn all these things, all the things, right? Do not stick towards only a particular set of the technologies. Reason is because, let's suppose if you have most of the students do this mistake, right? Because let's suppose in the Naukri portal, if you have 100 jobs of data science, right? So if you know only the data analyst, right, you will be able to apply only on the 20 roles, only on the 20 positions. On 80, you will not be able to apply because they are asking for machine learning, they're asking for deep learning, all these things. If you know only the machine learning, then you will be able to apply only on the 30 because they will be asking for another 70 will be asking for NLP, for deep learning, right? This thing. So, but if you know all these things, right? But if you know all these things, then you will be able to apply on the 100 jobs, right? Your scope will increase, right? This is the benefit you will get if you learn all these things, right? So this one. Now the question is it necessary to know all the topics? No, it is not necessary, right? But it would be good if you know all the topics. Which company is hiring the professionals, right? So many companies are there, right? So on the Naukri portal, you will see these companies, right? Franklin Templeton, right? What is this? This is your this thing, brokerage house, right? So this one, so related to shares and all these things. So Worldwide Technology, right? So these are some limited companies, right? So these days, Dream 11 is going for the hiring, right? So apart from this, go for the big names, right? So for example, this Bank of America, American Express, Wells Fargo, right? You have the JP Morgan, right? Target the big companies, right? So there are a lot many companies which are now it is used. Each and every company is using this analytics part, right? So how much time I have to spend for this course after the class, right? Now see, this is again very important topic, and this is where most of the students face the problem, right? So what they do, they study only Saturday and Sunday in the class, right? They do not study Monday to Friday. And what happens with this? So whatever we have discussed on Saturday and Sunday, right, they forget in the next week, Saturday to Sunday, right? And since they are not able to relate these things with this, and slowly and steadily they start losing the interest, right? This is the mistake which most of the students do, right? They do not practice Monday to Friday. So what you have to do, you have to spend 2 hours per day, right? And how? Firstly, watch the recording again of Saturday and Sunday, right? So we'll be having three hours of session, 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday, right? So watch the recording with 1.5x, right? If you do not have this time to revisit the recording for all the 3 years, watch the recording with 1.5x, right? So with this, you will be able to complete it in 2 hours, right? Make the notes. Notes are very important. Make the notes, right? And mini project will be given to you. Complete the mini project. Practice the questions, right? Some websites will be given to you from where you have to practice, right? So practice as many questions as you can from there, right? And on this Saturday, Sunday, come up with the doubts, right? Come up with the doubts, right? Then only, and the same cycle you have to follow for the next 6 months at least. At least you have to follow the same cycle for the next 6 months, right? Then only you will be able to get the best out of it, right? Now, question number 8, what kind of jobs are there in the data science field, right? So I already have discussed this thing. So these are the jobs which are there in the data science field, right? Analyst, data analyst, ML engineer, DL engineer, NLP, right? And if you want to search for more, right, what you can do here, right? So simply go to jobs, right? And type here linear regression, let's suppose, right? This is an algorithm. This is a machine learning algorithm, right? So for example, you can give you can be given the designation as program manager also, right? Program manager, right? Promo analytics in the pharma domain, right? EXL is hiring for senior manager, right? Data scientist, right? Planning analyst, senior manager, lead, right? So these things, right? EXL, right? So Fractal Analytics, this is a very good company, Fractal Analytics, right? So patient, this is a pure analytics company, right? Fractal Analytics is a pure analytics company, right? Similarly, if I talk about EXL is a pure analytics company, right? Accenture has a very good analytics department, right? I'm not saying this is a pure analytics company, but in this we have a pure analytics department, right? So these things, right? So Huco is a consulting firm. So it directly do not hire the resources. It is basically an intermediator, right? So it gives the resources to the teams or to the companies, right? So in this way, you can search for this. So what kind of jobs are there? We already have discussed. What if I have career gap, right? Now, anyone in the class who has any career gap? So when I say career gap in the sense you have completed your graduation, right? And after that, you have not done anything in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Or anyone who is a UPSC aspirant in the class, any kind of career gap?
Yes, sir.
Ankush, what kind of career gap do we have?
Sir, I have around 8 to 9 years, sir.
8 to 9 years of career gap. So, okay. Okay.
Yeah, me too have a gap of 3 years, 3.5 years. But for now, I'm working for about 4 years continuously as a data analyst.
This is fine. This is fine. If you are currently working, then this is not a problem. The problem is
Okay.
if there is a career gap and still you are not working. So this is a problem, right?
Okay.
So, Ankush, coming to your point, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay. So the first question is like, why there is a career gap, Ankush? So were you doing any
I was
business?
preparing for some examinations, sir.
Okay. 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 So, but the thing is like 8 to 9 years will be a big gap will be considered.
Yes, sir. Like, so I told the counselor also, sir, about regarding this.
Okay. So Ankush, in this
He said
case,
it's fine.
okay.
He said it's fine. And I was
fine.
asked during the, like,
No,
there
no,
was an induction type of session also. So I told them
Uh-huh.
regarding this. They said it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But the thing is, like, you may face little bit longer time to do the job hunting, Ankush, right? So what I would suggest, right, while you are doing this course, right, try
Yes, sir.
to pick some freelancing work, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we have freelancer.com, we have upwork.com, right? So you will get a lot of projects over there related to machine learning, data science, this thing, Ankush, right?
Sir, I was
So,
already looking for this option, sir.
okay, right? So,
Right, but I'm not quite confident about it. I heard it's very tough, like to get clients, you know.
okay. See, tough is everything, Ankush, right? So, once you cover this course, right? Let's suppose after 3 months, after 4 months, you'll be having a good understanding of the data science course. Then start picking up the work from the freelancing websites, right? So that will give you the confidence. Let's suppose if you independently cannot do it, right? So pick any other student from this class, right? And try to work in a team, Ankush, right?
Okay.
So two advantages will be there with this. The first, you will be gaining the knowledge, right? Second, monetary benefit. Obviously, you'll be getting some payment for that. Third, your profile will be created on the freelancing, right? More projects you will be delivering, so more reputation you will be having, right? And fifth, it will help you in job hunting also, right? You can showcase your work, your profile in that thing also, in the resume also, Ankush. Getting a point? So in this way, you can prepare. Okay,
Sir,
so how much?
will I be getting any help regarding this freelancing, sir? Like, could you help me with some skills and all? Like, how to actually hunt for freelance?
See, on the ground level, I'm not sure like how much mentors will be able to help you, but definitely if you are get stuck anywhere, so definitely they can help you or I can help you, right?
Okay.
So hand holding will be a little bit difficult, Ankush, in case of freelancing, right? So, but let's suppose if you get stuck anywhere, then definitely anyone can help you in the team, right? So either me or your trainer or your mentors, Ankush, right? But initiative will be from your side, right? You have to pick up the projects first from the freelancing. Okay. So question number 10 is how much salary will I get into this field, right? So 2.5x that I already have told. How my previous experience will be counted, right? For example, this question we already have covered. So if you're working in 5 years from the sales department, then the entire 5 years you cannot show as a data analyst, right? So what you can show, you can play wisely. You can say that 3 years was into the data analytics and these things we were doing and remaining 2 years was into that, right? So in this way, you can play around with this. Right. So these are some common questions. So now the forum is open for the questions. Right.
Hi, Aryan. Again, this is Bhupendra. Actually, I haven't seen anything related to international career job opportunity or something. So, do you have anything in that one, like in Gulf region
International
or
career
somewhere
job
in Southeast
opportunity.
Asia? Yeah.
International career job opportunity, Bhupendra.
International job opportunity, yes. Like if I want to transition somewhere in Gulf region or somewhere in the, so am I going to get some assistance for that one also or not?
Okay. So for that, I think you should check with the team only, right? So regarding the direct recruitment, if the companies are directly recruiting from their India or not, right? So if they have any contacts or not, Bhupendra, right? So for that, you need to check with the team. But what my suggestion will be, right? So first thing is, right? So there are some companies, right? There are some companies which hire directly, right? For example, Equifax, right? Equifax is a company, right, which has offices in Dubai and in Gulf regions, right? So you can contact, you can approach their HRs, right? You can approach their HRs if they have, right? Equifax is a company, right? It is pure into analytics, right? In this way. But most of the companies refrain the recruitment from the India directly, right? So they mainly hire those who have the valid visas, right? For example, if you are applying for the US, right? Then they will be looking if you have any H1 visa, right? If you have any H1 visa. Otherwise, this is the headache of the company to apply for the visas and all these things. Upendra, are you getting this thing?
No, yeah, I got it. Apart from this visa, yeah, visa is secondary thing. But do we have such opportunity, or do we get any assistance from this platform, EICT platform, for the job hunting?
Yeah, so for that, you need to check with the management. So I'm not sure about it. Since I'm a trainer, so I'm not sure about this part, if they are providing any this thing. Although they have some resource hiring this thing also. So, but not sure whether they are providing this kind of thing also. Upendra.
Okay. No.
Okay. So any other questions, guys?
So, what are the things you're going to cover with respect to BFSI domain? Just wanted to know.
From BFSI. Okay. No question. So if I talk about BFSI, right? So BFSI stands for Banking and Financial Services, and I for Insurance, right? So this thing, banking, financial services, and insurance domain, right? So this is a domain, right? In this, if I talk about, right, let's suppose credit cards, right? Let's suppose there are multiple banks in India, right? Now, any person goes to the bank, right, and he says, I want a credit card. Now, the bank cannot give the credit card to that person directly, right? Now, there should be some mechanism, because credit card is something which is an unsecured loan, right? Now, there should be some mechanism by which we can predict, right, whether a credit card should be given to a person or not, right? So we will be building a model for credit card prediction. Who was this question? Ashok?
Ramakrishna.
Rama, right? So this is the first example, right? Credit card prediction. Now, second, Rama, right? Second example. If the credit card is given, right, then what should be the limit, credit limit for that, right? So what should be the credit limit? Whether I should increase or whether I should decrease, right? Then the third, right? So sales forecasting, right? Profit forecasting, right? If I talk about the insurance, right? So insurance premium predictor, right? These are the projects which we'll be building, right? Insurance premium predictor. So what will be the insurance premium, Rama? So these are some examples from BFSI.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Other questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vishal.
Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so actually, I'm from pharmaceutical background. I'm currently working as a consultant for the automation and instrumentation. Now, which is we see in the industry 4.0. Here in the pharma also, we do have a pharma 4.0, where nowadays we are using this data information a lot, which is something like that we can get real-time data, predictive analysis to improve or optimize the production, improve the quality assurance and regulatory compliance, because it's a pharma, then reduce the risk and enhance the business. So I just wanted to see that, because I see where you say the technical and non-technical, talk about Java, C+, and .NET, then is technical, non-technical, where we have people from UPSC or other background. So just now, this Kaushal also mentioned that where we see the industry, there was a revolution for 1.0, where we have mechanical energy, steam energy. Then we go for the electrical energy in revolution 2.0, 3.0, where we have PLC and SCADA. I'm a programmer for the PLC, SCADA, and DCS. And now where we're talking about, that going for machine learning, and then actually these are going into the pharma as well. So do you have some projects related to this pharma industry, or are we going to conduct in upcoming few months?
So when you say Scala and PySpark, right? You have worked on these, Vishal.
Yeah, SCADA and PLC, DCS programming.
Okay. So basically you are in the data engineering side. Okay. Yeah. So if you have done Scala, PySpark, right? So these languages, so I think Python will not be a challenge for you. Right now, coming to the pharmaceutical projects, right? So if I talk about pharmaceutical, right? So here we'll be discussing about, right? Let's suppose there is a new drug came into the market, right? So I gave you the example also. So if there is a new drug came into the market, now how much it is effective, right? How much it is effective, right? Whether it is effective or not, right? So efficacy, right? We call the term efficacy. So I think you might be knowing about this term, right? Efficacy. What is the efficacy, right? What is the efficiency for this, right? This is the one project which you can use in this, right? And second is predictive diagnostics, right? Predictive diagnostics, right? So for example, we will be doing one project, right? So recently COVID came, right? Recently in 2020, COVID came. So how we predict the COVID, right? How we do the testing of the COVID as of now, right? By putting that strips into the nose and mouth, right? And then we do the COVID testing. But using the X-rays also, we can do the COVID testing, right? So we will be doing one project, right? In which you will be given 3 different categories. One, the chest X-rays of normal people. Second, who have the pneumonia, right? And third, who has the COVID, right? So we will be giving 1,000 images of X-rays of normal people, 1,000 images of pneumonia, 1,000 images of X-rays or chest X-rays of those people who have COVID. You will be training your model, right? And then randomly you will be downloading the image from the internet, right? You will be passing that image to the data model, and it will predict whether this person has normal or he has pneumonia or he has COVID, right? This is the second example, Vishal, right? Which we will be doing in the CNN part, right? Using chest X-ray only, how you will be detecting the COVID part, right? And after that, health monitoring, right? If I talk about the Fitbit, right? So you must be knowing what is a Fitbit, right? So the band which we wear on the hand, right? So that is the Fitbit. Now we will be fetching the data from the Fitbit, right? And we will be analyzing the data, right? What is the normal heart rate, right? How the heart rate is fluctuating. So that will be part of the analytics, Vishal, EDA part.
Okay.
Right? So in this way, we'll be applying the pharmaceutical projects, Vishal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think along the journey, I think maybe I can share my experience as well to you, what exactly you are looking for. Yeah.
Correct.
Thanks, Ajit, for the introduction.
So we can add your projects also, right? So whatever projects you have, we can add those projects also in our capstone project, right? So if you want to choose that one.
Sure.
So this one. Any other question, guys?
So I have one question. So the classroom projects and the mini projects that we are going to do, right? So what would be the size of the data that we are going to deal with? Let's say I'm applying the machine learning algorithm. So what would be the size of the data basically we
Size
are going to
depending
deal
on
with?
the problem statement, right? So in some projects, you have a size of 10 lakh records also, right? So for example, in NLP, maximum size is 10 lakh, right? Because beyond that, the process becomes slow, right? Because our objective is to learn how to analyze the things instead of the data set size, right? So Rama, so for that, what we do, maximum size is 10 lakhs rows for running this thing.
Okay.
Right. So this thing. Otherwise, for maximum of the projects, it will be less than 1 lakh, less than 2 lakh only, 10 lakh rows. If I talk about the images dataset, so there will be using the 5 GB of dataset, 7 GB of dataset, because image dataset is huge, right? So there will be using the big size, Rama.
Okay. So actually why I'm asking is like the problem I'm facing currently, like the data, like, right? Scientists, they're working like once the sizes are, I mean, it is increasing, then it's probably all their models and everything is failing, right? So that's why.
No,
Let's
it
say
is.
they're using pandas, then while converting pandas to PySpark data from then all these things, they're getting a lot of bugs over there. So
No, what you are doing, why the errors are coming?
I mean, while converting, let's say they're applying, let's say their model, or they're dealing with 100 million records, right? So
Okay.
and they're converting from pandas to PySpark data frame, let's say.
Okay.
Right? At that time, they're facing a lot of issues, like the memory issues and everything. So I mean, we're unable to help them, like
Okay. No. We'll not be taking that huge data set in which memory issue will come, because our objective is to learn how to create a good model, right? So these are some additional things like memory issue and these things. So in our projects, we are not going to face these kind of issues, Rama, memory issue and these things. We are not going to take that much huge data. In case we are using, so I remember in one of the projects, we are using that much huge data. So in that case, we will be taking only first 30% of the. In that case, we'll be taking only the first 30% of the observations. We'll not be taking the 100% in that case. Yeah.
Okay.
মোক বনাবলৈ মই বোলে তোমাক বনাবলৈ লগাই দিলো কেনেকুৱা জমনি
Okay, so guys, so any other question? So I think we have 2 more minutes and then we can wind up the session.
Hi,
So-
Aryan. This is Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
Yeah, so actually, I'm already having a MacBook. Okay, so since you told that Power BI and MySQL is not are not going to work on MacBook, so what is the alternative for those two?
That is fine, Thomas. For Power BI, there is no alternate. You cannot do anything, right? And for SQL, we have the online platforms also. So there you can run. So that is not an issue, right? But for Power BI, there is no alternate. You have to bear with the Tableau only, Thomas.
Okay, fine. And another one question that from the discussion that we had, okay, I have guessed that the things that we are going to learn mostly these are data centric, like data analyst kind of thing, right? So my question is that will we have opportunity to learn to develop something, AI tool like ChatGPT or some, I mean, kind of, voice recognition, AI tool kind of things. Will we get opportunity to build that kind of tool or not? So that's what I wanted to know.
Okay, see, if I talk about the projects which we are going to build, right? So these are also the high quality projects only, right? The only thing is you need to deploy it. For example, score predictor. If you see the IPL matches, right? So they do some predictions, right? What will be the score? Now, this is also end-to-end application, right? So if your application is able to predict, right, what will be the score of an Indian team after 20 years, then don't you think this is an end-to-end application, Thomas? Right? If your machine, if your model is able to predict, right, what will be the insurance premium? If I feed that this is the age of the insurance holder, right, policy holder, if this is the disease he has, right? So if that machine, if your model is giving you that this will be the insurance, now don't you think this is a real-time application?
No. Yeah, no, that is. But my question was something else. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I'm good with all those examples that you have given. But apart from that, would we have those opportunity to learn other things like that? So that's what my question was.
Other in the sense you are talking about the chat GPT, right?
Yeah. That kind of. I'm just giving you an example. So chat GPT is very huge. I mean project, right? So I'm not expecting that. I'm just giving you an example like that kind of thing. I mean bot. Okay.
I got one.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
if I talk about data science, right? So data science is very huge. It is a never-ending topic. Data science is a never-ending topic, right? So if I talk about data science, right? So additional topics which are there in the data science, right? For example, generative AI, right? Generative AI. You have the YOLO, right? You have this thing, chat GPT, right? How the chat GPT is created, right? You have how to deploy, right? You have the Flask, you have the Django, right? So what are these? These are additional things in the data science, right? Which are not there in this course. So apart from this also, you have so many things which are not there in this, right? So if you have the basic understanding what we are doing in this, then definitely you can explore the internet and you can learn as many things as you can, right? So this is the syllabus, right? Which is required for securing the job, Thomas, right? This is the syllabus which we are covering in the class. This is required to secure the job. But apart from this, if you want to master anything, right, you want to create application like ChatGPT or this thing, for that you should know the generative AI and all those things, right? Reinforcement learning, all those things, right? So for that, definitely you have to put your extra efforts, right? And if you have any doubt, then we can discuss. But if I talk about the curriculum, so that things are not part of the curriculum, Thomas.
Okay. So this course is mainly into the data analytics.
I will not say data analytics. See, if you are building an application, so do you think this is data analytics? For example, if I'm creating a score predictor, so this is a data analytics. No, this is not. This is machine learning. Okay. This is artificial intelligence, right? We are machine. What is machine learning? What is machine learning? Machine learning is where the application is predicting something, right? Yeah. If you are predicting the stock price, right? This is not analytics. You are not doing the analytics. You are predicting. You are forecasting. Getting a point? Okay. So
yeah.
Right, in this way, right? So don't think that this is only for analysis. If I talk about analysis, the initial 3 months will be for analysis only, right? Where we have not started the machine learning yet. So that is your analysis. right? Now, let's suppose if you want to get into the US college for admission, right? If you want to take the admission in US college, right? So if the US college will create an application, something like this, that you will feed how much is your TOEFL score, how much is your IELTS score, how much score you got in 12th marks, right? So based on that, it will give you the prediction that 70% chances are there that Thomas will get the admission in this college. Now, what is this? This is not data analytics. This is what? This is prediction, right? This is an AI application. Getting a point? So we have to understand what is the difference between analytics and what is the difference between machine learning prediction, right? Let's suppose if your model is able to identify what is cat, what is dog, right? You have created a model in which you will be passing the images of cat also, and you will be passing the images of dog also, right? And your machine learning model is able to understand what is cat, what is dog. This is not analytics. This is what? Prediction. This is prediction, right? If you might be seeing the DSLR cameras, right? Now they create a box sign, right? So object detection, right? So they create a box sign around the face, right? What is this? This is not analytics. This is detection. They are able to detect. Getting this thing, Thomas? So this part, right? So don't confuse that we are going to cover on only the analytics. Analytics is only the first 3 months. That is the analytics part. And beyond that, it is all about the artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, these things.
Okay. Okay, adding to that, my previous questions, I have another question, like the certification, the certificate we will get, does it hold any like criteria, like we need to pass some criteria, is there any criteria for that?
See, firstly, this question should not come into your mind. So this shows like you are not going to be attentive or this thing in the class, right? See,
no. I'm not asking you about the attendance. I'm asking you about those things. Like you mentioned like getting some internship. Okay, so after that internship we will get, or before that internship, like after 6 months we will get, or after 9 months we will get. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay, so if I talk about the this thing, so you need to check with the team only, like, is there any eligibility criteria for this, right? Because I'm a trainer, so I'm not sure whether they have any eligibility criteria for this. So maybe anyone from the team, if they can answer this question, or otherwise you can connect them directly, Thomas, for this.
Okay, great.
And definitely, I'll tell you one more thing. So this certification is definitely going to help you in the job hunting. Reason is because it is not the case like if you show this certificate to the interviewer and directly you'll be hired. No, it is not the case. So where exactly this certificate will help you? For example, you have cleared all the 4 rounds of the company, right? In the final four, right? We have 4 students, right? You and other 3 also. Now you have this certification, then you will be given the priority because you have done the course from IIT, right? Because IIT will be written on that certificate. So definitely you are going to get the benefit out of it.
Okay.
Right now, don't think like if you show the certificate to the recruiter directly, you'll be hired. No. So the advantage you will get at the end, right? In the last round, in this way, and in the very first round, right? In the screening round, because in the screening round, most of the companies say, show me the certificate, right? Have you done any professional training in this or not, right? So there it will be helping you, this thing, Thomas.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So Aryan, basically the role of IIT here in this course is just in the certificate, or will there be any like some sort of training or some sort of learning from the IIT institute or something?
See, in the training part, only the industry experts will be there, right? So if I talk about IIT, right? So I think the logo will be there in the certificate, and apart from that, you need to double check with the Kaushal sir or maybe from the team what exactly will be their role. But as per my past experience, so I am taking the entire course, right? So what is their role? So I'm not sure, right? But if I talk about the curriculum part, so your industry experts will be taking this thing, Bhupendra.
Okay, so basically, why am I referring to? Because in the first slides, Kaushal sir was showing that there are many courses which are being tied up with the different IITs, right? This is one course which is tied with IIT Guwahati. So I just wanted to know, or I'm just wanted to understand what's the difference between the tie-up between the different
Okay. See,
IITs, or
in the past, there was one course, right? So there, I was also there. So there, it was a course of 3 months, right? So in that, the theoretical part was taken by the IIT trainer, this thing, IIT faculty, and the practical was done by me, right, as an industry expert. So that was one of the course, right? But the problem is with the IIT faculties are right. So since they are faculties, right? So they do not have the industry experience, right? So they are not able to relate the things with the industry experience, Bhupendra. Getting a point? So this is where the most of the students struggle, right? So they were simply showing the PPT and all those things, right? And this is where this new concept came, that all the sessions, theoretical part as well as the practical part, will be taken by the industry experts, so that they are able to relate the theoretical part with the real-time world, right? So this thing, right? So I think those options are also open if you want to enroll into this course. I'm not sure whether that is going or not, right? In which the IIT faculties are also teaching and industry experts are also teaching, right? But I know in the past it was one course in which theoretical part was taken by the IIT trainers and practical with this professionals. Yeah.
okay, okay. So here, this course will be entirely taken by you only, right? Yeah.
Either me or any other trainer. So whosoever trainer will be, right? So any trainer, yeah. And all are very good trainers, right? So either me or anyone, right? So all are industry experts only, those who are working in the companies, right? So they are able to relate the theoretical part with the practical, right? And trust me, whatever the study material will be given by the trainers, right? Either me or by any trainer, that will be exactly used in the companies when you get into the companies. It is not the case like here we are doing something else and there you will be doing something else. No, exactly, you will be replicating the things, right? If I will be your trainer, then I'll be calling some of the past alumni also, right, who have got placed in the companies. So they will also share their experience with you, right? If I'll be your trainer, those who were my batches. Okay, so yeah, guys, so I think we should wind up the session. Any last question, guys?
So just one quick question. Is data structure algorithm required for the interview?
DSA, no, DSA is not required in this.
So Aryan, Nitesh this side.
Yeah,
are we going to learn cloud computation as well? Big data and BigQuery within the course?
Big data will not be there, but yes, cloud will be there, and that too after 6 months, right? So last 3 months or last 2 months will be on this thing only, cloud computing and all those topics. So I think you can go through the curriculum also. So curriculum will be given to you, right?
Right.
So in that curriculum, if you see the last 2-3 modules, right? So let me open and let me see where exactly it is. I will tell you this thing also. Yeah. So the last module is machine learning with IoT. Right?
Sorry, Aryan, your screen is not visible. I think one note for Windows 10 is available for us.
No. I have not opened in the laptop. So I'm talking about the curriculum which you might be having, right? So which the IoT might have given you, right? So in that, if you see the last module, right, machine learning with IoT. So in this, you have 5 different modules: IoT architecture, right? Cloud computing, right? So ML optimization techniques, IoT cloud platform support ML, right? So all these things are related to the cloud computing, which we are going to cover, right? And before that, everything is related to your machine learning, right? Which your trainer will be taking, right? Either me or anyone else. Nitesh?
Yeah, I'm good with this. Thanks, Aryan.
Okay, guys. So that's it for today, right? So all the very best, right? And trust me, if you are going to invest these 6 months, right? Again, I'm saying 6 months only, right? So these 6 months, definitely you are going to, it will going to change your career, right? And I have seen in the past, right? So I'll be calling you the past students also who have got the placements, right? And they have given 50% hike, 60% hike, right? So this thing. Okay, so just pace yourself, and from the next week onwards, your classes will be starting, right? So either I'll be your trainer or any other, right? So try to attend the classes, right? And all the very best, right? And even if you are not able to attend the class, then go with the recording on the same day. Otherwise, it will break your momentum, right? And this is what we have seen in the past with most of the batches. So what they do, initially there is a batch of 24 students, then it get reduced to after 3 months, it will be reduced to 15, then 10, right? Slowly and steadily, they will start losing the interest. The reason is same. The reason is same. It is not the case like faculty is not good, the material is not good. It is not the case. The case is they are not consistent, right? So I do not want this to happen with you guys, right? So from the day one itself, try to be more proactive, right? Because you know what is the market conditions, right? Everywhere you are listening the layoff and all these things, right? So you have to compete with the Amazon laid off employees, right? Those who are laid off from the Amazon, those who are laid off from the Google, right? So you have to compete with those to secure the job, right? So you have to be very proactive and very attentive in this. Okay. So that's it for today. Yeah. So all the very best. Bye-bye and enjoy your weekend.
Do we have classes on tomorrow? Like on Sundays?
No, Deepti. So from next Saturday, the classes will be here. Deepti.
Okay, from next Saturday and Sunday we have classes or just for Saturday?
No. Both the days, Saturday and Sunday, both.
Both the days.
3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday.
Okay, except that first week, right? That's what I see.
Except for
tomorrow we don't have class. That's what you said, right?
Tomorrow we don't have that. It is today is just the inauguration session. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you. It was a nice session.